जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय Hare Krishna. So once again, like last Sunday, peer pressure into giving class. So we are, I've been told, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 43, The Passing Away of Shrimadbhagavatam. Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Dhyaram Udire Ashtaprayeshtu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Okay, so Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 43. Sutta Uvacha Krishna Evam Bhagavati Mano Vadrishti Vritti Atmanyatmanam Abheshya Sonta Sva Upara Sonta Swasa Uparamat. Sorry, I had no practice before I came. I'll try one more time. Sutta Uvacha Krishna Evam Bhagavati Mano Vadrishti Vrittivi Atmanyatmanam Abhyesha Sonta Swasa Uparamat.
Sutta Uvacha Krishna Evam Bhagavati Mano Vadrishti Vrittivi Atmanam Aveshaya Sontas Vasha Uparamat.
Sutta Uvacha Krishna Evam Bhagavati Mano Vadrishti Vrittivi Atmanyatmanam Aveshya Sonta Swasa Uparamat. Sutta Uvacha Sutta Goswami said, Krishna, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Evam, only, Bhagavati, unto him, Mana, with mind, Vak, speech, Drishti, sight, Vrittivi, activities, Atmani, unto the super soul, Atmanam, the living being, Aveshya, having merged in, Sa, he, Antasvasa, inhaling, Uparama, became silent. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, thus Bhishmadeva merged himself in the super soul, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with his mind, speech, sight, and actions, and thus he became silent and his breathing stopped. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. The stage attained by Bhishmadeva while quitting his material body is called Nirvakalpa Samadhi, because he merged his self into thinking of the Lord and his mind into remembering his different activities. He chanted the glories of the Lord, and by his sight he began to see the Lord personally present before him. And thus all his activities became concentrated upon the Lord without deviation. This is the highest stage of perfection, and it is possible for everyone to attain this stage by practicing devotional service. The devotional service for the Lord consists of 9 principles of service activities, and they are 1. Hearing, 2. Chanting, 3. Remembering, 4. Serving lotus feet, 5. Worshipping, 6. Praying, 7. Executing the orders, 8. Fraternizing, and 9. Fully surrendering. Any one of them or all of them are equally competent to award the desired result, but they are required to be practiced persistently under the guidance of an expert devotee of the Lord. The first item, hearing, is the most important of all, and therefore hearing of the Bhagavad Gita and later on Shrimadbhagavatam is essential for the serious candidate who wants to attain the stage of Bhishmadeva at the end. The unique situation at Bhishmadeva's time of death can be attained even though Lord Krishna may not be personally present. His words of the Bhagavad Gita or those of Shrimadbhagavatam are identical with the Lord. They are sound incarnation of the Lord, and one can fully utilize them to be entitled to attain the stage of Sri Bhishmadeva, who was one of the 8 Vasus. Every man or animal must die at a certain stage of life, but one who dies like Bhishmadeva attains perfection. One who dies forced by the laws of nature dies like an animal. That is the difference between a man and an animal. The human form of life is especially meant for dying like Bhishmadeva. Om Jnana Tirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurummilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuddha Padakamalam Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parijayasritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagara Lalita Sri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vinayata Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvichesha Shunyavadi Vaschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I'll read the translation one more time. Translation. Srila Goswami said, thus Bhishmadeva merged himself in the Super Soul, Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with his mind, speech, sight, and actions, and thus he became silent and his breathing stopped. So today we're going to talk about death, I guess. What a fun topic. But we all die, right?
Right.
So here we are seeing. So up to this point, Bhishmadeva is sitting on a bed of arrows, and he has this ability to leave his body whenever he wants to. And so one would think he's sitting on this bed of arrows. Probably pretty painful, I don't think. I've never been in the bed of arrows myself, so I don't think anyone's been in the bed of arrows before. But I'm sure it's pretty painful. Yet, he is choosing to maintain his material life until he wants to leave that certain way. He wants to show all of us how to really leave our material body. So Bhishma is giving us the perfect example of how to do this. And if we remember, who's all there? Who's all in attendance with Bhishma Deva's taking leave? Krishna is there. Who else? The Pandavas are there. Great sages. Narada Muni. So this is not an ordinary personality leaving his material body. So all these great people are there to see and witness this divine personality taking lead of this material situation. And so we are shown by Bhishma, it says in the purport that Sutta Goswami says in the translation that he is actually merging in merging himself in the super soul, Lord Krishna. Some person like that with his mind, speech, sight, and actions. So what does that mean? What do you think it means when it says, when they're saying that he is merging into the super soul? Mind, speech, sight, and actions. What does that mean? Anyone have any ideas?
There is a type of liberation right from Sahaja Mukti. Impersonalists, they meditate upon Lord, but that liberation.
So the personalists want to choose to merge into Supreme in a certain way. They want to actually merge into the Supreme. Is it the Lord Vishwadeva doing? Is that Vishwadeva doing? No, he's not. So what is he doing?
He's fully surrendered, and all his mind and everything he meditate upon Supreme Lord, so to speak.
So here it's mind, speech, sight, and actions are merging in Supreme. So he's basically becoming one in mind, one in speech, one in sight, and one in action with the Supreme Lord. Not becoming the Lord, as sometimes people will mistake this to say, but just specifically in his whole thought process. He is becoming one with the Lord. How beautiful is that? To completely immerse your mind, everything, into the Supreme Lord. And Prabhupada is saying, oh, we can say, oh, look at Vishnu, he's so special, he can do it. I wish I could do that. Can we do it? Who says no? Someone said no, who says no? Everyone saying yes? Okay, show me how to do it then. How to do it?
Process of devotion.
Correct. It says right here, Prabhupada is telling us that this is the highest in perfection, and it's possible for everyone to attain this stage by practice. Practice of devotional service, the 9 processes of devotional service. So, Bhishma Deva is giving us this process, how to leave the body. Not because he wants to become, oh, look at me, I look how great I am, I get to enjoy my life in the next world. He's actually holding out in pain, in the bed of arrows, to make sure that this can be recorded so all of us can understand how to leave the situation. And so this whole chapter 9 is very, very beautiful. We understand Bhishma Deva's. We know his history, it seems a little bit different. He comes from a path where he is on the wrong side of the equation, yet somehow still Supreme Lord Krishna is there with him to witness his passing. This is how important Bhishma is. But then Bhishma Deva also shows us how to leave this material world. And he gives us an example of how to do it as well. So by leaving this way, we can understand, we can do the process of hearing, chanting, remembering, serving Lotus feet, worshipping, praying, executing the orders, fraternizing, and fully surrendering. We can also leave this material world in the proper way. And Prabhupada says any one of these items are equally competent to award the desired result. What's the first one we hear about? Hearing, right? Why is hearing so important? Saying the most important of them all. Why is hearing the most important?
Like if we try to hear about someone or something, we try to develop an attraction and attachment towards it.
So when we hear, very nice, baby. So when we hear, if we know nothing about something, first we have to hear about it. Once we hear about it, we get attracted. Or if I told you there's this beautiful place called Hawaii, you're like, I know what you're talking about. Let me tell you. If you hear about me telling you about Hawaii, you will become attracted. Palm trees, sunny skies, beaches, just like Detroit, Michigan. maybe not. So, but we start talking, you hear about this, you become attracted. And when you become attracted, you start to speak about it. We start to hear them, we start to talk about it. And we talk, we remember, oh, I remember talking about this, very nice. I want to go there. So similarly, what we hear is the most important, and therefore, Prabhupada says in the purport, hearing of this Bhagavatam, hearing of the Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. And it is essential, Prabhupada says, to become a serious candidate to attain the state that Shrimadbhagavatam is attaining. So, why must we read about this? Because there's only a couple things that are guaranteed, right? They say it's an American proverb. One thing guaranteed in life are death and taxes. So there's only two things guaranteed in life. So we are all guaranteed death. And that is why this situation that Bhishmadeva is in, where he is able to show us how to pass. And one may say, it says that Krishna will not be there. How can Krishna be there when I die? I know Bhishmadeva is Krishna right there. What about me? Krishna won't be there when I die. But Krishna, these books are no different than Krishna. The sound vibrations of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These sound incarnations are no different. Sound vibrations are no different than the Supreme Lord. These books are no different than the Supreme Lord. So all these things, when Bhishmadeva leaves with the Supreme Lord in front of him, we can also understand, we can take leave of this material world by having the sound vibration of Krishna next to us, the books of Krishna next to us. And this is what Sri Prabhupada wanted to make sure we had. So why Prabhupada spent all this time translating all these books for us? Remember, because we have to read them.
Yes.
That is why he translated them for us. Not because he wanted to be the most prolific literary author of all time. He was not looking for a book deal or signing bonus. He was only doing it for the mercy of all of us. So as Bhishmadeva took time to pass just for us to see how it can be done, Prabhupada took so much time to translate these books so that we can also understand how these things are happening. So it says here, every man or animal must die at a certain stage of life, but one who dies like Bhishmadeva attains perfection, and one who dies, forced by the laws of nature, dies like an animal. So we have a decision to make. Do we die like Bhishmadeva? Now we know how he died. We can't say, I didn't know how he died. No one told me. Now we know. Or do we die like an animal? That is the difference between man and animal. The human form of life is especially meant for dying like Shrimadbhagavatam. So, this topic of death is never a fun topic. No one wants to think about it. We all see death every day, yet we all think, I got plenty of time. Not happening to me. So this time of death, what is Bhishmadeva doing? He's fully meditating on one thing. That is Krishna. He's fully meditating on Krishna. So we can all say, oh, Bhishmadeva, he was so good, he was so scholarly, he was in Krishna in front of him. It's so easy for him. How can we do that? But the path is clear for us. How can we do that? Practice. Practice devotional service. And if we do that, our mind, our speech, our actions merge into Krishna. Not merge literally into, but merge in our thoughts. Exactly how we do things. So whose mind right now is completely immersed in Krishna? For those who can't see, no one raised their hand. Yes, we are not. None of us are fully immersed. None of us are fully mind, speech, thought in Krishna. So how can we do that? How do we do that? Well, first of all, we have to completely engage in devotional service. And how can we engage in devotional service? What are some ways we engage in devotional service? We can
Wash pots.
We can what, Prabhu?
Wash pots.
Wash pots, yes. Wash pots, the Supreme Lord. Service, absolutely. We can do service. And for those of us who do service, like Prabhu said, wash pots, is service boring?
No, it's not.
Never.
You're constantly developing new techniques. Always.
So, but now, is washing pots at home, is that fun?
No.
Not as fun, right?
That's different.
Is clean the temple, you're doing cleaning of the Radhakulikari's kitchen.
Right.
That's fun. Cleaning your own kitchen, not so fun.
Right.
So Krishna is able to reciprocate. He knows sometimes activities are not so enjoyable. Yet Krishna reciprocates because he knows by us doing activities, we will engage in this devotional service. And that will engage our mind in Krishna. And by, if we do things we enjoy, we do more and more of them. And we can all look at our own life. Once again, we can kind of go back in our life and think, short 2, 5, 10 years ago, how much were we engaged in mind, action, thought in Krishna? Probably less than we are now. So Krishna reciprocates. As we do more service, Krishna reciprocates and makes it more and more enjoyable.
Yes, it's true.
We at one point we had a different group of friends, right? And now we have a new group of friends. And when anyone asks, they ask me, what's the most fun about going to temple on Sunday? What's my answer? The devotees.
Right.
They're so much fun. Of course, seeing the temple is fun. But why do I go? It's to hang out with all of you. And why does Krishna do that? Because Krishna wants us to have fun. And he makes devotees so much fun. Devotees are sort of fun, aren't they? Devotees, I think my friends were fun before. Devotees are way more fun. Devotees are a lot more fun. But Krishna reciprocates. We get to enjoy. And by doing this, Bhishma Dev is showing us, by engaging in service, by doing things for Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate. Krishna shows up for Bhishma Dev at the end. Just so when he passes, he will not, there's no way he won't remember Krishna. And same for us, Krishna will definitely reciprocate. We have to practice. We have to give our endeavor. Without our enthusiasm or effort, what's Krishna reciprocate? There's nothing to reciprocate. So we have to do our part. Our part is to engage in service. Our part is to engage our mind in Krishna. Just like Bhishma Dev does. And then when we do that, Krishna allows us to leave our body so nicely. So this is Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 43. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Sorry, class is so short, but I was put on the spot. So I will allow you to ask me questions, and please, any more knowledge, because I have given nothing but nonsense, so please, any knowledge will be greatly accepted. Any questions or thoughts? Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thanks for the class. Can you explain more on Nirvikalpa Samadhi?
Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I have to look at the word again. The stage Vishnudev, while quitting his material body, is Nirvikalpa Samadhi because he has merged himself into thinking of the Lord and his mind remembering his different activities. So this is the point of Samadhi, right? We are completely in trance with the Lord. And this point he's saying is that we are not just just completely left or completely out of trance in just one, what can I say? like we're an out-of-body experience, where basically our whole mind, everything is completely engaged in the Supreme Lord. Has there ever been a time, Prabhu, where you were just doing some search for Krishna, next thing you know, 6 hours has passed? Has that ever happened? Right? We are in this trance, right? Samadhi. But here, Bhishmadeva is completely engaged. Even though he looks like he's passing away from this material world, he is completely engaged. Every single activity of his body, mind, is thinking of the Supreme Lord. And this is a situation that is Nirvikalpa Samadhi, where every part of us is engaged in the Lord. So much so that we can't even do anything. So this is the situation we want to be. The time of death, we talked about last week, the time of death, we have only one thing to do, is to think of the Lord, right? Whenever we think of the time of death, that's what we become, right? That's where we go. So we want to think of one thing, Supreme Lord Temple, but it's difficult. It's not easy. Unless we always think of Krishna.
And we always what?
We always think of Krishna? How easy is it? We don't think of anything else. We always think of Krishna. So this is how we can engage our mind into remembering all the activities of Krishna. This is why reading the Bhagavatam is so important. Because Krishna has so many fun activities. And how can we just remember them? Remember maybe the time he kills Putana. Remember the time he dances in the head of Kaliya. So many different activities to remember, or playing with copper toys. By remember this, we can engage our mind completely in the Supreme Lord. And then whatever happens, we remember to complete Samadhi. We're always thinking of the Supreme Lord. Thank you.
And one more thing.
Yes, Prabhu.
In the purport, it is mentioned Bhishmadeva was one of the 8 Vasus, right? Can you explain that story?
This is unknown to me. Anyone know the 8 Vasus? Do you know Prabhu? 8 Vasus.
Bhishmadeva.
Yeah. Bhishmadeva is the one of the 8. It says in the purport. I have to find it. Yes. They are sound in creation. One can fully utilize them to be entitled to attain the state of Sri Bhishmadeva, who was one of the 8 Vasus. I don't know who the 7 other Vasus are myself. Anyone know?
8 Vasus on Google.
Google, ChatGPT. Sorry for why I couldn't help you. Any other questions or thoughts? Well, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to give class today. I apologize if it was okay. And any offense please excuse any offense that I may have committed. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Shrimadbhagavatam ki
Jai.
Jai.